This episode of the Tales of Macaque podcast is brought to you by the universe. We live in a great, expansive universe with plenty of time and infinite resources. Some of you might say it's not true. You raise a good point. Today on the podcast, as always, we're drinking tea from Mountain Grass Hut. My buddy Dan Smith, living in Taipei, sending out some tea. I appreciate it. Anybody listening, you want to get some tea? What is it called? GrassHutTea.com. You don't know what tea to buy? Get an oolong. Don't know what oolong tastes like? Come to my house. I'll make you some oolong. It's tremendous. So, as some of you know, the name of this podcast is changing. I'll have a new project going in the coming weeks. I don't know how long it's going to take, but the transition is in process. Tales of Macaque, although a funny name, is hard to research. It's hard for people to look up. It's hard for them to remember. So I think the new name of the podcast will be Richest Man in the World. The reason I chose this name is because it's something that I've been talking about a lot with my friend Rex Nelson. He's been on the podcast many times. I think it started when we were in Joshua Tree, when we were there and we're in the middle of nowhere. There's no one around. And I looked at him and was like, Rex, we're the richest guys in the world. Look at us. We have a fire. We have chairs. We had weed. We had vegetables. And not much else. But that's all we needed, and that's my point is that being the richest man in the world is not a financial number. It's being in a situation where you have abundant resources. Right now I'm sitting in my room. I have a full stomach. It's not an issue. I see clothes for when I get cold. I can take them off if I get hot. There's a window I can open. There's tea I can drink later. I have a big jug of weed next to me I can smoke. I have books. I can't imagine anyone richer than this. That's my point. And I think our guest today, he's a good guy to start us on this trend. He's my friend Chris Quam. I met Quam my freshman year at USD, which was how long ago now? 8 years ago almost? Maybe exactly 7-8 years ago. So he's a cool guy. He's been working on his rap album for a while now, while working in office. I lived with him for about 6 months last year. We talked about it in the podcast, and it was pretty amazing to me. He would come home from the office with just rap ideas, and I'd hear him up in his room laying down beats, and to the point that my favorite thing was when he just had nothing to say to me, just, hey Quam, what's up? I gotta go rap. And it was cool. I honestly really did love it, just because it's cool to see someone so into something. So at the end of the podcast, I let him, he plays one of his songs. It's just a pre-recorded track, and then he lays down a beat, and then I rap over it. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I think it's pretty funny. If you're interested in Quam stuff, if you like the sound, if you like the song at the end, check him out on SoundCloud. His rap name is Quam E. Brown. Quam, Quam, the letter E as his middle name, and Brown, same name as a basketball player, so I'm told. And he also has a website, quamisthebomb.com. But for now, enjoy. Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? The 6-foot assassin with the roughneck business. I float like gravity, never had a cavity. Got more friends than Quam has family? Fuck, I fucked up the word, man.
Fuck it up, bro.
I'm not a rapper. You are, though. Are you a rapper? Is that true?
Sometimes.
Really?
In my off days.
In your off days?
Yeah.
How often do you have off days?
7 days a week.
On work days?
Yeah.
You work in an office and have off days?
Yeah.
That's a fucking rich man mentality, man.
Bro, I'm a 1%er, man.
Are you?
Yeah.
In what way? Income?
I have 1% of the income that I would like to have.
All right.
Yeah.
You're on the journey?
Yeah, I'm on the journey to that other 99%.
Well, good. Well, so we're starting recording already. We're 50 seconds in. How do you think it's going? Going all right?
Oof, swimmingly.
Yeah. We're sitting here in your red room.
Yeah.
These red lights around it. It's romantic as fuck, man.
Yeah.
You're moving out. You're moving out right now. We're recording this on what day is it? The 30th?
Yep.
We're not the 31st. And this is significant because exactly 1 year ago, I moved in with you.
It's true.
Exactly a year ago. Pedro moved out. We talked about it on that podcast. I took over all of his shit. And then 6 months ago, I moved out. and left all of his shit.
Yep. And then 6 months later, I'm selling all of his shit.
And I'm here to claw.
The claw.
The claw.
The claw.
The shit is here for the claw.
The shit's for the claw.
Andrew he claw.
Andrew claw.
Bua he claw.
He also claw.
Jason he claw.
He claw.
He claw.
He claw so deep.
So when you say claw, what the fuck do you mean? You say this word a lot.
I do.
Why?
Don't confuse it with barnacle.
I never do.
They're different
But
entities.
people listening.
They're different things. The claw, it's just, you know, the claw's so deep, it'll locate what it seeks. It will abstract what it seeks. It will claw.
It's like jumping into an advanced quaminology class.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a 400 level class, guys. I don't know.
People, beginners are just like, oh, claw.
Yeah. Yeah, like on a bird, like a talon. No, it's similar.
In what way?
In the aspect that like you sort of like swoop in, like claw.
Just take your friend's stuff.
Yeah. Just like whatever you need.
Just claw and stuff.
Yeah, just claw so hard.
Alright, cool, man. Well, I wrote out a bunch of things for us to talk about.
Sick, dude.
Fucking things.
Things.
So, I'm in San Diego, Chris Quam.
Alright.
I had a brutal day.
Why?
I did 2 sessions of jiu-jitsu today.
Dude,
Rodrigo Madero's jiu-jitsu. I haven't trained in 2 weeks.
Dude.
I took all last week off because I was in the Zen Center. Did I tell you about the Zen Center last night? I was in the Zen Center.
Weren't you in Vegas right before that or after that or something?
Alright, so start at the beginning. 2 weeks ago, I came down to San Diego for a Chargers preseason game. And with Mandrew, Scuba Steve, Dominic, Chase met us in the parking lot. We're slamming 40s in the parking lot.
Of course.
Because Andrew, he's a rich man now. He got promoted at work.
Ooh.
So he bought a case of 40s.
Standard. Yeah. Why
Like,
wouldn't he?
His fridge is stocked with 40s, and he has extra.
All right. I know where I'm going.
Yeah, we can go drink 40s tonight. He'd be so stoked.
Fuck yeah.
So I came down for that, and then the next day I went out to a Zen Center. I've done this a couple times. I did this a year ago before I moved out here. I did this similar thing in Hong Kong at a Vipassana course, but a Zen retreat where you just meditate fucking 8 hours a day. You drink tea in your off hours. Not dissimilar from what we're doing right now, man. Drinking tea.
Yeah.
Just when you're at the Zen Center, you're not supposed to be chatting. You can't be doing a podcast at the Zen Center.
So should we like stop talking and just like record us drinking tea?
No, that sounds really boring. I mean, it's fun. I do that all day today.
Yeah, okay.
But now is not the time for that.
Okay.
There's a time and a place. At the Zen Center is not the place for this, but this in this red room with Chris Quam, my friend, it's time to record. So
Sick.
to the Zen Center, you meditate 8 hours a day. You do some work practice, which was, for me, watering plants. It's like
All right.
just standing outside in the heat. But my point is, on Saturday, before I went there, I was an hour before I left, I got an email asking me to work for Flow Grappling in Las Vegas. Las Vegas this previous weekend was the Masters World Jiu-Jitsu Championships.
Nice.
So for Masters in Jiu-Jitsu, that means people over the age of 35. So it's
Okay.
all legends,
Okay.
essentially.
So it's
all
like-
the black belt legends
It's
are
like
there.
OG
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu or like grappling tournament.
Yeah. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, super traditional.
Nice.
Sick. So, Wednesday, I left the Zen Center en route to Vegas. But I had to stop off at my house to get some things. I had to get some black pants to work the event. I didn't know that
Okay.
before I left home.
Definitely need black
My home
pants.
in Costa Mesa. So
Yeah.
it's like an hour detour, essentially, to get
Yeah.
home. I had to go get my podcast gear. Didn't end up recording anything, but I thought I might.
Good to
And
have.
on the way, you could drive by the 91 freeway. At the very beginning of the 91 freeway, I know a black girl who I've been seeing for the past couple months. Who's
Very
like
nice.
one of the horniest people I've ever met.
Dude, that's
Just
sick,
always
dude.
at all times. You know, you do like a little oil check at like off times, like, wow, she's wet right now. Wow.
Yeah. This is
Okay,
great.
that's interesting. So I called her, and she was like, what, are you in a Zen Center? I was like, no, I left. I have to go to Vegas. I don't have much time, but I want to stick my penis in you. What are you doing? She's like, well, I'm in bed right now. It's noon. And I was like, perfect. I'll pick you up. She's like, that sounds great. She's in. She's very complicit. She loved it.
Cool.
She's very into the idea. But what she didn't know is that when you're meditating, you kind of go through like everything that's gonna happen in the future, right? Like I was thinking about Vegas. I was like, I'm going to this jiu-jitsu tournament. Who's gonna be there? How's it gonna be? I'm going straight to Vegas. I haven't even told my friend. My friend Jacob lives out there.
Yeah.
I kind of knew I could stay with him, but I didn't ask. You know what I mean? So there's all
Yeah.
these things going on. And like in the Zen Center, I don't have my phone on me. By choice, I could, but I just
Yeah.
don't. And so you go through all those things, and you go through the past. Like I was in San Diego, I lived with Quam. He's such a weird dude. You go through all these things, and at some point you just land on pussy. That's just where all of the thoughts go. And so I was thinking about this girl. I was thinking about all the other girls I know, making elaborate plans. Like I'll just say what's up on Facebook, and then she'll be like, "Oh my God, you exist. Let's hang out." Like all these like things have never happened. Like,
but like very logical things.
Yeah. And so she didn't know that I had all this stored up energy. In Zen they call it Jiriki, which is just like every time I've come out of it, you're just sprinting. You got things to do, all the projects you're just stoked on. So I was getting laid, and I didn't have much time to take care of her needs. So,
sorry, babe.
So, I got 30 minutes. We got to eat. We got to smoke. I got to go to Vegas. So I threw her on the bed, had sex for 3 minutes, tops. Like
nice. Hell yeah. It's a sprint.
Made her some lunch, smoked, and went to Vegas.
There you go. Yeah, that's a quick, quickie mart.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to explain. Like, I couldn't, prepare her for that.
Yeah, it's like, by the way, it's going to be real quick.
It's going to be really, really quick.
This one's for your boy.
Usually, I kind of plan it out. Like, I'll jerk off 3 days out, and then kind of, I don't see her that often.
Yeah.
Kind of by design, once a week or so.
So
I think it's, a good...
healthy space.
Mm-hmm. Very healthy, because you need time to recover.
Yeah.
You can't be fucking all the time. I'm sure you've tried.
Yeah, you burn out, and then you just have, a rubber eraser wiener.
Yeah? What's your number? Do you have a number?
Number?
For, how many times?
Like a day?
Yeah.
Like wanking?
However you're coming. People listening, they don't know. They don't really know that, so we're sitting next to each other, me and Quam. I'm a skinny white guy. I'm about 6 foot, and you're a giant. I'm not short, and you're fucking huge. How tall are you?
6'4" for the ladies.
6'4", only for the ladies. 6'5" on the court.
Yeah.
Beautiful man. You have goofy ass hair. You have a beard.
Thanks, bro.
A lot of testosterone flowing through you.
Working
Don't
on
lift
it.
weights, but you're shredded. And so the reason I'm saying this, I don't mean I will blow you later, but it's just, that's not the point.
That's why you came, right?
I came so you can come.
Okay, perfect.
But my point is that the bitches come easy to you.
Sometimes.
This is something I've noticed since living with you. It's I remember I came to you for advice. I tried to tell this joke on stage and it never really worked out.
What was it?
It's just I asked you for girl advice. Quam, what can I do to meet girls? And you're like, well, I got coffee yesterday. Girl gave me her number. It's the least helpful thing I've ever heard. So what'd you do? You just ordered coffee? Yep. Alright, dude, I'll try that. I'll try getting some coffee.
Yeah, I don't know. It's my usual route.
Yeah, and so that's crazy. That's I love it.
Sorry, man.
I don't know. I got all these questions for you. We just blew through all of them.
Oh, sick. All right, perfect. Well, I guess we can touch on the bitches.
The bitches?
The bitches.
When you say the bitches,
it's what bish. It's
Is that the nice way to say it?
It's it's more contemporary.
Because I should say I never used the word bitches until I moved in with you.
Okay.
And Kasim.
Mr. Bitches.
Mr.
we went to an alumni event one time, and there are name tags. Mr. Kasim, not Mr. Kasim. Kasim writes both of our name tags because he had the Sharpie, and he writes Kasim Ghaffar, and then on mine he writes Mr. Bitches. All right. There's a bunch of stuffy old USD alum, like 80-year-old
Let's go. How do you say your
dudes.
name? Kasim. Very nice to meet you. And you? Oh, Mr. Bitches.
Interesting. All right.
But yeah, I miss Kasim, man. I called him on the way to Vegas.
Yeah.
I miss him so much.
I miss him too. I've been meaning to give him a call back. We talked briefly last week, but it was abrupt because Montequilla showed up, so we were chilling.
Wild Montequilla,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I had to capture him.
So I think this podcast, man, we're going to have a lot of inside jokes and stuff. I think this is just for Kasim.
Yeah.
Does that sound right for you?
Yeah, it sounds about
this
right.
This is just dedicated to him. Maybe Ansel.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro will probably like it.
The Boo-Bat will make an appearance.
Boo might like it.
Yeah.
All people have been on the podcast before, except for Kasim, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He's not allowed due to, I don't know, you can give me a reason.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
He's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
He's really buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have that.
Yeah, we don't want too many buff people in the same room.
We don't want too many buff people. You know, I've been working out. I got some abs now. We really can't be having too many buff people.
Dude, your Lotus game's on point, though. I noticed.
My Lotus game. I do sit in Lotus a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did meditate for 8 hours a day last week.
Dude, fuck, man, jeez.
I don't know if you listen to my podcast.
I didn't listen to the most recent one, apparently.
Well, dude, I've been slacking, man. I've been slacking on it. Last one I did was with my jiu-jitsu coach, and it was so good. I got scared to do another one.
Yeah, I can't top this.
Dude, my jiu-jitsu coach came on. He's a dude, like, I know, I've been going to his gym, like, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we hang out. He always smokes us out after practice. Nice. It's awesome. He's a legend. Yeah. But he came on the podcast and talking about how his parents died when he was 19. 19 and 21.
Deep, dude.
Yeah. Oh, off the bat.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, like, his dad died of some sort of drug thing. We didn't really get into it, but he relapsed, and that led to his death.
Bummer.
And so my coach, he's a fighter. All fighters, their bodies are just fucked up. That's just a thing. It's probably all athletes.
Yeah, they're just getting beat up.
No one's healthy. And so he was given all these, like, prescription pills and stuff, and then he developed OCD as a result of...
Really?
Yeah, just, like... being a young man, having, like, your parents taken away, having no control over life. That's the feeling he had. Yeah. He developed OCD in response. Or maybe not in response, but that's kind of me putting the pieces together. Yeah. I was very high on the podcast.
That's
I haven't listened
reasonable.
to it. And then, I don't know what my point was. Oh, he started smoking weed and it got better.
Huh.
And also, but it was cool. Like, his students didn't know that he had OCD before. He'd never talked about that before. Like, openly. Yeah. And so this is cool. Like, I captured that on a recorder.
That is kind of nice.
And so that's a nice segue into you telling us all of your secrets.
Okay, cool. So, secret number 1, I'm broke, dude. So broke, man.
Why? You've been working so hard.
I know, man.
You have an office job.
Dude, alright. So
how are people broke with office jobs? Riddle me that.
I get paid enough to survive, but I don't get paid enough to, like, live like a king. But we still attempt to. Yeah. It's like I got a buddy, you don't know him, but he's a good guy, and he has this like mindset where like you live like a king until you're poor, and then you live like you're poor until you get paid again. Then you live like a king again. So it's kind of like a cycle.
Oh, you're talking about me, yeah.
Yeah. Or like, yeah.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. But it's the king poor cycle. So like you kind of like go hard, like ball out for like a week, eat $12 lunches. Until you realize that you're like at the end of your money for like the next week and a half, and then you just sort of top ramen, maybe try to claw a few meals, barnacle in to like a few like house meals maybe.
Yeah, dude. I love that.
Yeah, I love.
That's my favorite. The
barnacle is the best. Like when you just sort of, because it's not a claw, you just kind of slide in and like everyone's already eating, like you don't look as out of place.
We have like a dictionary.
Yeah.
Like. Your master's thesis on the difference between barnacling and clawing. Yeah. Well, claw is a bit ruder. Yeah. Clawing is when someone has food and they turn their back and you take it.
You take it.
Barnacle is when you go like, hey, what you doing tonight, man? Oh, you're cooking food? No way. How many seats you got?
Exactly. It's the best explanation I've heard.
The subtle art.
Yeah, subtle art of barnacle. That should be in like the Merriam-Webster like new word of the year. Like instead of on fleek or like whatever the fuck they're gonna put in this year, I think like barnacle.
Is on fleek a word?
Yeah, but it's stupid. Really? That's what all the kids say.
What does it mean?
On point, pretty much. But it's just like a dumber way of saying it, kind of.
It takes the exact same amount of time.
Same amount of time.
Same syllables.
Yeah, same amount of syllables. Like, it doesn't sound any better, really. It's like kind of dumb, but
I feel you.
That's what the kids do.
Dude, you gotta tell me all about the kids. I don't know what the kids are doing anymore, Quam. I don't listen to rap music.
Oh man.
I don't jump up and down. I don't go drinking in PB.
You don't drink in PB, man?
No, man. Dude, I lived in this house for 6 months. This house is 1 block from all the top bars in San Diego. Essentially, it's downtown.
Yeah.
But PB is the second partiest part of San Diego.
Yeah, definitely.
And I went out like with you. How many times did we go out? Once?
Like just like one time, like tavern.
One time.
We were doing the Smash Bang fusion dance.
I was doing my dance, my turquoise Jeep.
Yeah.
Bang it, girl.
Smash it and bang it.
Smang it, girl.
Smash it and bang it.
I went up to 2 girls that night and I was like, I get paid lots of money to teach this to Asians. And they're like, what the fuck? And they walked away.
Dude,
It's great.
That's a decent pickup line, though. I mean,
I get paid a lot.
Yeah, a lot. You should have just said I get paid a lot and left out the teaching and agents part.
I get paid a lot. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
I like the way you have combed your hair.
Yeah, looks very well combed.
Your hair is very straight.
It's
like the Asians who pay me to teach them how to dance.
It's not frizzy either. Your
hair is decidedly unfrizzy.
It's so unfrizzy, girl.
I feel like at one point in time it was more frizzy. Hey, it is pretty hot in this room, man. Can we open a window?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Should I demicify real quick and or I can just keep mic'd up?
You got these long ass cords, man.
Yeah, dude, cords for days. It's so fucking
Shit is
long.
Changing in here, man.
Shit's getting real in these streets, bro. This is my favorite door to open. It's a good one. It gets a lot of good, solid flow.
It's a pretty nice door, man.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool.
If only people at home could see this door.
Yeah, it's real sexy. Yeah, man. So what's new with you, man? You just been like raging with like black girls on the 91 freeway.
Basically, man.
Yeah, dude, that's fun. So you're never gonna go back? Like you're pretty much hooked on black girls. I'm assuming. Is that the motive?
It doesn't feel that way. I never really understood like sticking to a race.
Yeah.
Like in any sense of the term. Like in any way. Like it never made sense. Like is the only thing that the only people who have told me that like I shouldn't be with different races are people who've never been with those races.
Okay.
Like have you heard? Is a big thing in the South that Asian girls have sideways vaginas?
Oh yeah, I heard that the horizontal thing. It's like,
which would be fine. Like
it's kind of cool, yeah.
It's a circle. It's a circle inside.
Yeah, it's like the same. It's just different entry angle.
Like the only people who say that is like people that haven't been with Asians. Like my uncle warned me before I went to Asia. Like he's really old. Maybe uncle's not. He's maybe great uncle.
Yeah.
He's really old.
Watch out for them sideways cooters.
As if it's like a problem. Like,
it's like, I mean, it's still down, bro. Like,
it's wet. It's fine.
Okay, yeah.
It's a good place. She loves it.
Yeah. It's so fucking
I don't know,
dope.
dude.
Yeah.
Or I talked to a guy who told me that there's no sexy black girls. And I was like, what are you fucking talking about?
I don't know, dog.
He's like, no, dude, I don't even like Beyonce. I was like, okay, that's one.
Yeah.
And, like, it's a strange thing to say.
Yeah.
But, like, there's more.
Yeah, like, there's other ones. Like, different places.
It's not a lost cause.
Yeah, you can find one, maybe.
Or, like, I don't know. People always, like, making these, like distinctions. Like, just drawing lines
like blanket
in the sand.
Statements about, like...
Like, a big one in jiu-jitsu, man, is the difference between gi and no-gi jiu-jitsu. Do you know the word gi?
Yeah, it's like the rope thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like you can picture a karate guy, for those at home who don't do jiu-jitsu. A karate guy wears an outfit, and traditional jiu-jitsu, you wear a similar outfit. It's a lot thicker so you can grab it. Like judo does the same. And so in gi schools, traditional gi schools, they hear about no-gi and they go, that's different. And then I'm at 10th Planet in Orange County, which is a strict no-gi system. It's very, like, adamant about it. So people who grew up in that system, people who started the gym, who came there for, like, the same reasons everyone starts jiu-jitsu, is because it's dope.
Yeah.
And they go there and the people are nice. And they get exercise, and they sweat and make friends.
Yeah.
They go...
Checks out.
If we had a gi on, this would be terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, what? It's the exact same thing. Like, what do you mean? It's like the pussy is still good. Like, no matter the race.
Yeah,
like,
it
it's
doesn't
still
matter.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the individual girls are not adequate. They're not like...
Yeah, they could suck or not suck. But
of
like,
every race.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure the percentage is the same.
Yeah.
The same thing, man, when I was in Asia, people always... You know, it's a common thing around the world to talk about dumb Americans. Americans talk about dumb Americans. It's on TV.
Yeah.
And every other country sees those things and applies it to every American. And so I got lumped in those categories. And like, they didn't even say, like, okay, you're smart, but every other American is
so dumb.
Which is silly. That's like saying all black girls aren't sexy or, like...
Yeah, or like...
all no-gi guys are stupid.
Yeah, they're suck at jiu-jitsu.
It's all the same thing, man. I just think it's like percentages. Like, a certain percentage of Americans are retarded. In, like, the nicest... They're just, uneducated. Like,
yeah, just the most politically correct version of that. Just, like, dumbasses. Like,
yeah, they're just dumbasses. Are they fuckboys? Is that the right term?
Fuckboys is a good word,
That's a term you just taught me.
A lot of fuckboys, yeah.
So I think, like, what percentage of Americans are just, like, you want no part of? 10%?
That's a nice, healthy...
Yeah, so I think 10% of Americans are just, like, you want no part of them. They're just, like... You know, other words we have for them, redneck is one that gets thrown around.
Yeah.
Not always appropriate, but, you know.
Yeah.
Trailer trash.
Trailer trash.
You have all these
Yeah.
like words that don't quite match up with what we're saying, but kinda.
In the ballpark.
In Australia, they're called bogans.
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 Damn bogans.
Fucking bogans.
Freaking bogans.
And so I just think every country has these things. Just America, they're louder. They have a platform. They have podcasts. They're on TV. Like, I don't know. I don't watch too much like network TV anymore. But like, I used to see on Jay Leno, he used to interview people on the street. Like, who is this? And he'd show a picture of George Bush, and they'd be like, I don't know, Bill Gates, or just all these things. And it's kind of funny. It's like a tried and true method of just getting kind of like chuckles.
Yeah.
But a lot of those people are actors. That's the fucked up thing.
Oh, I didn't know.
If you walk around Hollywood and say, "Hey, I have a camera. Do you know anyone who wants to be on camera?" Yeah, fucking actors are gonna
Everyone
do
would
that.
come out of the woodwork.
As same with like Jerry Springer, like they would call agencies and be like, "Yo, I need a guy who, whatever the situation is, fucked his daughter and then married her." Or,
had a Neff son or something.
It's a Neff son. What does that mean?
So where you guess that had to be brother or sister. It's like a nephew and a son at the same time.
Oh, okay. Game of Thrones style.
Yeah, real gamey.
So yeah, most of those people are actors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like the way it works. It's TV. Same like reality shows are written, they're scripted.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I just thought they were just so good at like finding these like weirdos.
I mean, kind of like there's that aspect as well. But then like I don't know if the Jersey Shore is still on. People are trying out for that show to become those ridiculous people.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like that before, maybe not. But people could put on that character.
Oh, for sure.
For a season.
For money and like free parties for like 6 months. It would be
sure
kind of
nice. It's a good job, man.
Yeah, and
sure it's a good job.
No press is bad press, I guess.
Is that true?
Yeah.
How's your press?
It's non-existent. I don't even bench press, man.
Alright, maybe this will get you some press. I don't know.
Alright, yeah, hopefully.
Probably not.
I'm trying to get famous, bro.
Really?
No.
Maybe. Being famous doesn't sound fun.
It sounds kind of hectic.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to be rich, though, but like insanely rich, but like no one really knows that.
Well, what's nice about being rich? What would you want to do?
Well, for starters, like you can wake up and like do stuff that you feel like doing.
You don't do that already?
To an extent, but there's like more of a lag as far as like when I can start doing the dope stuff, So there's less lag. You can like pull the trigger immediately, like, yo, bro, we're trying to go to Cabo. There's some waves. There's like a bunch of cute girls. All right, let's go to Cabo like today. Versus like, yo, I'm trying to go to Cabo. All right, let me save money for like a month. Make sure I can get off work.
This is a rabbit hole I've gone down every time I've meditated. This is like my I don't know, 4th meditation retreat, and every single time I'm like, okay, so once I leave this, I'll buy a lottery ticket. I'll be the one.
Yeah.
$500 million is the money, the amount I always have in my mind.
Yeah.
And then I start thinking about it, like, what would I do with $500 million? Do you know what I would do today? Tuesday, August 30th.
What would you do?
I would wake up early at a homie's house.
Yep.
Go to jiu-jitsu. Go back, hang out with my homie. He goes to work because he has a job. I'd drink his tea. I'd go back to jiu-jitsu. Come home. Homie's there. He makes me food. I drink some more of his tea.
Yeah.
And I come do a podcast with you.
Okay.
I'm already there.
You're simple.
What the fuck would money do? Like, that's like, and again, that's simplifying a thing. Obviously.
All right.
Obviously, there are times when money, but like, I don't think my life would change much. I mean, this is just the thought that I've had.
Okay.
And obviously, I've taken the time to construct my life in such a way.
Okay.
Not many people could pull this off. I'm broke.
Agreed.
Financially, I'm broke.
Yeah.
But this is what I was telling you yesterday, man. I think the name of the podcast needs to change from Tales of My Cock, because although a very funny name, I don't really talk about my cock that much.
Yeah.
Like, this is the most like sex talk I've talked about. This is having 3 minutes of sex with that girl.
Yeah.
So that's like the funniest time. Sex is usually that funny.
Yeah, it's usually kind of like sexy.
It's usually kind of sick.
Super sexy.
But that's, I think, the name of the podcast has changed to Richest Man in the World.
Yeah.
Because my point is that like wealth is.
I know.
Sorry for those motorcycles, guys. People come by.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it serves a purpose, obviously. You can't say money's irrelevant or unimportant or any of these things. It serves a purpose. It's powerful. But I think that what most of us want from money, we already have. Because what you really want is just, like, love.
Yeah.
Homies. And, like, I don't think, like, money doesn't really help you there that much. You know, it kind of can. Like, you could fly out and see someone. You could, like, fucking help out a homie. That's a big thing. Every time I imagine myself rich, it's like I'm paying off debts for guys. Something like that. But that's a slippery slope, too, man.
Yeah, because then they become dependent on it, and then that could cause resentment. Blah, blah,
or
blah.
someone who hears about it who's not that close, but they think they are.
They try to barnacle in, or even just
barnacles. That's what the barnacles.
Barnacles, man. Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like, it's a cliche, but you get all this money, you get different problems. Well, and we can't say more problems. I don't think that's the correct way to say it. But they're just different. They just take in a different thing.
Can I respectfully disagree with you on a part of that?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Because I was going to anyway, like whether or not you said absolutely.
I'll turn the fuck off this recorder.
Like, get out of here. Get out of my room. This is my room. You came here.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Fuck. Oh, man.
All right, which part do you disagree with?
I disagree that money brings you only love and, like, or it doesn't help alleviate any of, like, your woes necessarily, because the one thing that I wish I had more of, and maybe it's like just me or it could be everyone, is time.
Yeah.
And not even like length of life, just like time during like the good parts of the day to do like productive shit that I like.
Like what?
Making music for one, surfing, and that's not really productive, but it's just like
it is
zen-y.
No, it's for sure productive.
Yeah.
It's productive in like the grand scheme of life.
Yeah.
Like, it helps you come out of the ocean a better person. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, definitely.
Like every single time?
Sometimes I'm pretty aggro. To be completely honest. But I probably would have been more aggro had I not been in the water before.
Okay.
You know?
Yes. So that's why I think, like, because I meditate a lot. I try to do a lot of yoga. I'm really just bragging on this podcast. Just trying to make others feel bad.
Humble bragging over here.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to say. But
enlightened.
My point is, like, so I live with my parents, right?
Yeah.
And so when I'm home, I try to relax and make myself as healthy as possible.
Yeah.
Because anytime I leave the house, what I've noticed is I just do things that make me less healthy. I go to Vegas and they fed me at this job just a bunch of like bread and like things that I don't usually eat.
Just like random
I've never had bagels, you know what I mean? It's just like I'm drinking coffee, which I don't think is very healthy for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good for my mentality. It's anxiety producing. So when I'm home, I meditate in the backyard. I do yoga in the backyard. I smoke weed in the backyard. An activity that I've thought a lot about, and I think it's very beneficial to me.
Yeah.
It's anti-inflammatory, which is huge because I'm trying to do jiu-jitsu every day. But my dad just sees me doing nothing.
Yeah, you're just like
in his eyes, a 60-year-old man who's been working the same job for, I don't know how long, 30 years, sober all those years.
Yeah.
To him, I'm just doing nothing. I don't know what my point was. Oh, those are good activities.
Yeah, yeah.
And those actually help me do everything. My podcasts are better because of that. You know, I was drinking tea today in silence, and I think that's honestly, I 100% believe that's helping me in this podcast. Even if someone listening at home is like, you know, this podcast is bullshit, it would have been worse.
Yeah,
like, it's fine. Like,
exactly.
It's not like, and that's an important point as well. Like, you can do all this work and still have bad results, and that's just the way it has to be. Like, whatever.
Yeah,
like, you're not a superhuman.
Yeah, like whatever. I'm not freaking Michael Jordan or something. But, like,
yeah, it's fine.
You know, better than I would have been had I not.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think money brings in if you can organize it the right way.
Yeah, and
like,
that's all it is.
Like my uncle's a good example of this. Him and his wife paid off their house, so they don't have any debt, and so they don't really have to like work that much, just like enough to like pay utilities or like, you know, take their car to the shop or something.
Food.
Yeah, or like eat. But like,
it's not much.
Yeah, so there's like,
you're cooking, like, that's not much.
Yeah, if you took rent out of the equation for like my costs, I mean, I'd have twice as much money every month for.
You'd be me.
Yeah, I'd be Marshall.
You'd have twice as much money, and you could quit your job and get a doper one.
Yeah.
Like, not dope in the sense that like your job's not cool, but like in the sense that you don't have to work 40 hours.
Yeah, I wouldn't be married to like having a certain amount of income because I could. Because to be honest, I'd rather work. If I could work part time and still live the same amount like I have right now, like same like standard of living. It'd be awesome because
Yeah.
I could actually pursue like other things outside of like my work life.
And I'm saying, man, that is very possible, just not really in Pacific Beach.
Definitely not in PV.
Yes, it's a very expensive place.
Yeah.
Very, very expensive. But that's like when I was living in Taiwan, man. I worked 16 hours a week.
Oh, that's money, dude.
I worked 16 hours a week for a year, saved $1,000.
Hey.
But the whole time, I was drinking tea every day. I was meditating. I did a lot of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I flew to the Philippines twice. I was drinking when I wanted to. That's the time that I drank the most out of college.
Wow.
Like, since I moved away from Mission Beach, I lived there junior year. That's when I drank the actual most. You know, I was drinking almost every day.
Oh, I mean, you're Mission
Just
Beach.
casually. Yeah, it's just natural. It made sense at the time. Senior year, I started doing more jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Started partying less. Traveling, I was saving money, so I didn't drink that much.
Yeah.
But in Taiwan, I had drinking money. Dude, my gym fee in Taiwan was $200
A month?
by choice. Yeah.
How is that by choice? I don't understand.
So it didn't have to be. It did not have to be that much.
What?
So jiu-jitsu around the world is about $100 a month.
Yeah.
That's pretty standard.
So why is it 200?
Because they had a kettlebell class that was the same price. To my surprise, I thought it would be a lot cheaper, but I started investigating and saying, okay, I want to come this many times a week. And so it was like a different company, so they couldn't do a package deal.
Yeah.
But so I was doing both. I would go do kettlebells 3 times a week and jiu-jitsu 4 times.
Oh, nice.
And so I was like buff. I was ripped. I was like, not buff. That's not the right word. I'm skinny as fuck.
Getting swole.
Skinny as fuck still. But like, you know, like hard. Like guys in jiu-jitsu were commenting on it. They didn't really know what I was doing, but they're just like, whoa.
So swole.
And so my point was that I had that amount of extra income to spend $200 on gym fees.
$200? Oh my god.
Plus going to the bar after. I didn't get any hookers, but I thought about it a lot.
It was definitely...
I was always really close to getting a hooker in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I had. Like, it's kind of like just one of those things that it's not really proper to say to the internet.
Yeah.
But I was always like, all right, I haven't had sex in a week. I don't really want to go to the club. My friend, I had some comedian friends who knew all about the hooker system. To the point that, like, they almost talked me out of it by telling me all about it and saying, yeah, man, we should go. I was like, I don't want to go with you.
Yeah, nah.
I'm down to go, but I think I should go by myself.
Yeah, you know way too much. Like, this is like, I don't want to, like, make eye contact. And
I don't want you to go in there and they know you, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's just...
Doing, like, he's one of those guys who, like, nudges you in the side and raises eyebrows at you anytime there's like half an inside joke.
Yeah.
He's like 50. Like, I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, no, it's probably not the crowd.
So I was always like a couple of days away from going. Not always, but towards the end especially, before I moved away. I was like, that's something I should do. But I didn't get around to it. But I had the money. That's the whole point.
But you had the option to. It was definitely something that was a consideration. It wasn't like, yeah, like sex or like food next week. No, it was like sex and food. If
like,
I want.
I could get sex and then eat.
Yeah, like after that. Like even she could eat too.
Yeah, you don't buy hookers food.
Oh, yeah, they don't.
Oh,
they
in
don't eat
Thailand
food.
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, you're such a benevolent John.
I know.
Such a Benny John.
Well, because we thought it was free. We were there. So in Koh Samui, it's like an island off the coast of Thailand. We had a good homie out there who was teaching English. I don't need to say his name. Let's just call him Ansel. Okay. So he was out there teaching English. And we go to Koh Samui, and we're just drinking. We don't have like, we're not like going hooker hunting or anything.
Yeah.
We didn't discuss it. It was just kind of, it's a known thing that's around. It's everywhere in Thailand. Anywhere you go drinking, there are hookers.
Yeah.
It's just built in the infrastructure. You can't avoid it. Sometimes like spiritual white girls will go to Thailand and be like, I will not contribute to the hooker economy. Like, you're here. Like, you bought a plane ticket. That contributes to the
you already
economy.
did.
Every food you buy, if you're buying a beer, it's just there. It's in the infrastructure. It's a tourist economy, and tourists like hookers.
Yeah.
So we go looking for a pool table.
Okay.
Which is very simple.
That's pretty...
Very, very pure.
It's a reasonable request.
Just looking for a pool table.
Yeah,
They're not too easy to find, but we found one.
Nice innocent
it's
table.
getting late, and so we're playing pool, and these girls, they're pros. They just come up to us and say, teams. So he gets his girl on a team. I get this chubby girl on the team.
Nice.
She's pretty young.
Sick.
Not chubby, but like not San Diego chubby, but like Thai chubby.
I don't know what that means.
Like Thai, they're malnourished. It's like third world chubby's a different thing.
Yeah.
It's much less extreme.
Okay.
But more noticeable.
Because, like, just the relative difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't see anyone obese in working at a bar in Thailand.
Yeah.
And so we're there, and so the guy who owns the bar is like, guys, I gotta go home. Here's some tequila shots. Make good choices. As if to say, don't make any good choices. Here's tequila.
Tequila, yeah.
And then he let, I don't know how he figured it out, but it became known that the girls, if they don't come with us, because we're the last guys in the bar, no one else is coming. It was like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
If they don't come with us, they sleep in the bar. Like, they have nowhere else to go. They have, like, mosquito nets.
What
and,
the
like,
heck?
A pillow.
Dude, that is so weird. Like, they could sleep in any bar? Like, it's just like an open bar?
No, they work for that guy.
Oh,
That's their boss.
No way.
That's their boss. Pimp, I guess, is a word for it.
Yeah.
I don't really know the exact system.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if maybe pimp sounds kind of extreme. Like,
yeah, it seems like more of like a slappy type of dickhead.
Yeah. Which maybe he was. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's hard when you're traveling to these third world places to put things onto them that you don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say I don't know.
Okay.
But they work there. They sleep there.
Mm-hmm.
And so our friend, we'll make up a name, Solo. He spoke a little bit of Thai.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been there a couple months.
Oh, nice.
So he kept yelling the word free and then holding up the hotel card.
Yeah.
Because it was a really nice hotel. My dad, through his work, he just like clawed a gazillion hotel points.
Hell yeah.
Which, if you cash them in third world countries, results in 5 stars.
Okay.
It was an amazing place, like right on the beach.
Let me class one of those.
We travel, man, for sure.
You want to
No
come?
joke. If we travel, if we're in somewhere that like I need a hotel and you're there too, we party.
So we can barnacle.
Mm-hmm.
I can barnacle those.
I mean, no.
Oh. I mean, like, you'll be there too, so...
Anyway, so he's yelling free to these girls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, free, come free. Meaning, like, we don't pay you, okay?
Yeah.
But there's also a thing in Thailand where everyone's a liar.
Oh, sick.
That's a real thing in Thailand.
Really?
It's something about, the concept of face? Like, you have to save your public face. You have
Yeah.
to look good when there's people around.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're wrong, you have to claim to be right.
Yeah.
And all these things. So one aspect of that is you can't... They don't want to tell anyone no.
Yeah.
Because that causes a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's rude to tell someone no.
Confrontation.
So his example was when he drops off his laundry with these women, he says, I need these by tomorrow. Can you do this by tomorrow? And with no language barrier or anything, none of those issues, they say, yes, I'll get it to you by tomorrow. Knowing full well that takes 2 days and there's no way they can get it to him by tomorrow.
Yeah.
They'd rather have that confrontation tomorrow than now.
Huh.
So these girls, they're like, free, yes, free, no problem.
Of course.
No problem, that's okay, free. They don't speak English, but, that's the agreed upon thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're hammered, I don't know the details.
Yeah.
We thought they were free.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to the hotel, I don't want anything to do with this girl. Like, I'm just drunk and, like, I broke up with my girlfriend a couple months before, and I was just thinking about her a lot.
Yeah.
I was in no space. This girl wasn't that sexy, and she was, like...
kind of probably pushy a little bit.
So the girls, they'd paired off with us earlier in the night. Like, it was obvious she was with him and she was with me.
Mm-hmm.
But then on the walk back, we're all just kind of like, how drunk
just
people walk.
Swaying and just...
My arms are around her and Ansel or whatever his name is, and the other girls behind me. And so she got upset. She's like, oh, your arms are around her. She's so beautiful. She's pouting.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I have to talk this hooker into coming that I don't even want.
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, be nice. Like,
thing. So we get
gentleman.
to the hotel, and a cool thing with hookers in Thailand is they check into the hotel.
Oh, nice.
They give the security guard their ID as like a safety measure.
Yeah.
Like, so
chill.
it's like, so if they steal anything, like, you know what I mean? Like, the issues have come up in the past.
Mm.
So they know where they work. We can go to that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe he's slappy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But there's something like that. So the next morning we buy him breakfast. I don't even fuck this girl. I kind of finger her in the shower a little bit. And then she leans in to kiss me a lot, and I just kind of do one of these.
Stevie Wonder?
I Stevie Wonder around, looking around, to the point that the next day, it looked like I got beat the fuck up by a midget. Like, my neck was all purple.
Oh, man, you're getting hickied up.
Yeah.
Ooh, dirty.
A Kosamui mosquito.
Ooh, man.
There's a term for it. A Kosamui mosquito.
Ooh, dirty.
So it was, like, so, like, not... it wasn't like a great time or
Yeah,
anything.
it's
It was a
not
fun
chill.
time. Like we're just drunk.
Yeah.
I was with my buddy,
Mhm.
but like I didn't fuck this girl. She
Yeah.
wasn't that cool. She wasn't that good at what she does. I think she might have been an intern.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
she's apprenticeship right now. It's like,
yeah, the first time I ever did stand-up comedy, I told that story. And my big joke was I didn't realize how young this girl was until she tried to blow me. And I know it's called sucking cock, but detachment's not the goal. Like, that's like she's like Jesus.
whoa, damn, girl. Whoa.
Like something got lost in translation. Like you
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
No, not vacuum style.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she's. I was like, oh Jesus
Oof,
Christ.
this is not chill.
Not chill at all. We bought her breakfast and said goodbye,
Mhm.
and they're like 1,000 baht, which is like $33.
Okay.
That's like a very like a standard. It's a good amount of money to carry around. Is 1,000 baht.
Okay. They have like a note with like
Yeah,
1,000
yeah.
bahts.
500, 1,000,
Okay.
probably more. I don't know.
It's a lot of bahts.
But it's a good amount of money for them, not
Okay.
much for us. And
So-
so they're just yelling at us in the street. I don't know. I don't know how the story's
You're just
going.
like, see ya.
Trying to, but they
Yeah.
made a scene.
Yeah.
And then we paid them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Bought him breakfast in the morning. You know, you're such a gentleman.
I know. Came out with mosquito bites.
Yeah. Mosquito bites.
But you have an upcoming trip down south. Is that true?
I do, and that's why I was trying to barnacle some of those points. Also, you should just quit your job and.
I don't have a job to quit, man. I do like twice. I've worked at a jiu-jitsu tournament. I'm going again this weekend, but it's like I get emails every once in a while saying, "Hey, man, can you work?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
There's nothing to quit. Like I could, no one would care if I sent an email like, "Hey, man, I can't do this anymore." They'd be like, "Why the fuck are you emailing?"
Why'd you waste my time sending me an email?
Why'd you waste this data?
Yeah.
Whatever it would be. If I fax him a letter.
Yeah, I think you should. You should like mail them.
Um,
But dude, no, yeah, I have a trip, dude. I am. So I am in the process of terminating service at my current employment place. Trying to find the most corporate jargony way of like saying I'm quitting my job, and then
relieving them of my duties.
of my duties. And I bought a truck a month ago, and I'm gonna pile some shit in there and drive to Chile.
So savage.
Super savage.
So savage.
Yeah, it's gonna be real savage, like
Through Mexico?
through Mexico. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I heard a white person say it's the most dangerous place in the world.
Yeah, I know. Those white people really have their facts straight too.
Yeah, based on no statistics.
Yeah, statistically very sound. So I'm going to camp through Baja. So it's gonna be sick, and then hit mainland. Probably try to like party with some senoritas.
Yeah?
Dude, I gotta.
Some beaches.
I got some bitches. I got.
Fuck some
Yeah, fuck
beaches.
some bitches.
Truck.
Yes. Get in the truck.
Get in the truck with the beaches.
Bitches. Yeah.
Saucy ass bitches.
So sassy. So much sass.
You sprayed your man sauce
Yeah.
on beaches.
So much sass. Just spreading like butter.
That's great. Have you been
Yeah.
to Mexico before? Like deep?
Yeah, not to Baja, deep Baja, but I've been like pretty deep in Mexico, like
Yeah.
mainland. So like,
Like outside of a resort?
yeah, a little bit. I did some resorty type trips, but I want to go to Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, and Mexico City are like my big hubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the money makers
What's
right there.
going on in Mexico City?
Just like debauchery, man. Like, dude, I had a layover there one time, a 16-hour layover, which blew on my way to Nicaragua. Coming from Vegas, actually, from Vegas to Nicaragua, stopped in Mexico City, and met some cool people out there. But it was a Sunday, so there's like nothing happening. So I ate some of like the most disgustingly delicious tacos I've ever had.
Nice.
They were just made out of like the worst parts of the cow, like just cow like fucking like sphincter pretty much, but like it was
all hoof.
It was all hoof, bro. Like all snout, dude. But it was dank. But I want to go back there and like take a crack at it because all the people I met there just said it was like one of the most crackinest places.
Really?
Like in Latin, I think it's the biggest city in Latin America.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It's huge.
yeah, it's way bigger than like LA, like
Really?
population wise. Yeah,
Oh shit.
yeah, it's like
So that makes me not want to go.
yeah.
That's where we differ. I'm like clubs.
No, but not even just for the clubs, dude.
People. Ugh.
Dude, I was on the metro, man. Just literally sitting there on the metro for like 30 minutes getting to my hostel was just like such an experience. Like,
Okay.
you know, I like watching people. So, all right, I had this conversation. I don't think it was with you. I love people watching.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in the perfect age to people watch, from here until about 40. After that, it's really creepy until I'm about 70. And then it becomes cute and acceptable again. So, like, I'm trying to get as much of it in now.
You make these rules.
Isn't it, though? Like, imagine if you saw, like, a 45-year-old dude just, like, staring at you. You'd be like, dude, like...
If anyone's staring at me, it's weird. Like, no one stares at me.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like... Or imagine you're, like, a girl with, like, decent stature and, like, you know, average range of, like, hotness and, like, whatever Richter scale of hotness there is. And there's a 45-year-old dude just, like, keeps looking at you. You're going to be like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, you're creeping me out. But, like, someone who's in the same age bracket, it's a little more acceptable.
You're also a beautiful man. You get away with more than
I suppose.
us humans.
I don't know, man. I'm just a mere mortal, man. But I don't know. And then you know, you have like 30 years of like you can't watch anyone. Like, be really careful about where you throw your eyes. And then when you're 70, it's cool. You're just senile. Like, you know, you're just a funny like old guy. You know, just like chilling.
Okay.
So I like to people watch this, and that's one thing that you can't really do if you're not in a city.
That's true.
I mean, like, there's no people in rural Mexico, so, like, there's nothing to watch. But,
There's no single
yeah,
humans.
it's not, like, single human. Like, not one, like, single human, you know?
It's a weird thing about Mexico a lot of people don't know. There's no humans outside of the cities.
Yeah, outside of the city. It's, like, it's crazy.
It's the only country
Yeah,
like that.
I know. You should go there, like, investigate.
Dude, you know something that people always told me about traveling? That you'll get this question, too. Because
Okay.
it's a solo mission. You're going by yourself.
Kind of. I'm doing Mexico and possibly other Central American countries with a buddy, but then South America will be solo. But
Okay.
Continue.
The point is, so anytime you're traveling by yourself, or anytime I was traveling by myself,
Mm-hmm.
people always say, like, isn't that lonely, like, being by yourself? But, like, they underestimate the fact that there's people fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, there's humans everywhere I've been. Like, I was trying to not see any,
Yeah.
and they were everywhere. Like, what? Like, I don't. Maybe people just mean, like, you need the people you happen to grow up with.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
I was fortunate enough to meet you in my freshman year of college. We
Yeah.
got a solid group of friends,
Mhm.
many of whom have been on this podcast,
Yeah.
who we met freshman year, luckily enough. But if we hadn't, I would have met someone else who was dope. Like,
Yeah, like, there's other people.
Like, I think you're a great dude, but I hope I don't offend you in saying there's other great dudes.
What?
Like, I'm not cheating on you or anything.
Dude,
But
what?
I have other friends.
Why?
And if you had gone to a different school, I would have had other good. I don't know. It would have been fine.
What am I not providing for you, Marshall? Like, I can do everything. I'm funny.
You're not that funny.
I'm cool.
You're not that cool.
We could play basketball.
We've never played basketball.
We could.
I don't want to play basketball. I'm so
man.
intimidated. I have no fundamentals in basketball. That's my big, like, embarrassment with it. Like, I played a couple times in San Diego. Dude, okay, so I'll tell you the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
Okay, prove it.
I played intramural basketball.
Sick.
I think there are levels, right? Like,
Yeah. Like,
fucking nobodies, and then you guys were in, like, a good one. Is that true?
yeah, there's like a couple tiers.
People who have played before.
Yeah.
And so, the first tip-off of the first game, right before it, I look over, and there's a dude who I've had class with who's on the team. He's an actual basketball player. It's clearly what he's been doing most of his life. You know, to
Yeah.
get to college basketball, you put in the work.
Yeah.
You know a lot about basketball.
Mm.
And so I'm there. I don't know where to stand. I don't know, like, really how it works. But I get the tip-off. Like, he tips it to me, and I travel it immediately. Just ran with the ball.
Touchdown!
Like, I just recovered a fumble.
Yeah.
Just ran. The ref's like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
come on, man.
Come on, dude. You can't. You gotta dribble the ball. I'm like,
Yeah.
True, yeah.
Yeah,
Good point,
you're
good
right.
point, good point.
So define dribble.
Is there a demonstration first? Or?
Yeah. It's not in the rule book that you sent me. There's no like picture.
I'm sorry, I YouTubed basketball. I didn't see any dribbling.
Yeah.
I just gotta dunk it real quick.
Yeah, just quick dunk.
Quick dunk. And I did that. I think I played like the most amount of minutes. Like, I never sat out.
Yeah.
I was never tired or anything. But I was running a lot. I was hustling.
Yeah.
I scored one basket all year.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Put it in. Maybe, I don't know how many games we played, but when we're 80% through, if we played 10 games in game 8, I scored.
Yeah.
I scored one basket.
It's a long dry spell.
It was not my longest.
Yeah.
intimidated by basketball.
Yeah.
It's a dumb thing. I played like with Andrew a couple times.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play basketball with you.
I saw Andrew at the court one time, but I was already like dead tired, so I left. But he showed up.
He cried.
I know, I was crying too a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So dude, we gonna rap today or what?
I'm down.
Yeah?
It could be bad, it could be good.
Yeah? What's the best way to do this?
I don't know, I guess you could beatbox or throw a beat on.
You got some beats for us?
Yeah, I could definitely scour one up.
We doing a pre-recorded song or are we rapping?
Rather just throw a prereq on.
Alright, we'll listen to one of your
pressure.
prereq songs, and then if you throw down a beat, Andrew wrote me some rhymes.
Okay.
I'll do those for you. Let's pause and sound check real quick. We'll be right back with Chris Quam and the sound.
Woo!
Shit, Chris Quam on the track.
Hey. Feeling this one, huh? Alright. Look, hey. And you ain't gotta wake me up, cause I'm living the dream. Man, I've always been in love with incredible things. No flash, just class when I step on the scene. Don't ask, just grab if you want it, you see. Cause everybody gonna tell you how they want you to be. But if you're living good, then they live vicariously. I'm talking about flying higher than a parrot with wings, and never shooting low like a Sean Marion 3. So picture me switching lanes in that cherry M3. 300 horses pull the carriage, just one hell of a chariot. I'm on the bigger, better things, carry my team. But recognize backstabbers, hello Mr. Iscariot. And we know scared money ain't making a thing, but we don't ever care, funny how it make you a fiend. And the girl I fantasize about, I'm making her cream. Please, pretty, please don't let me wake from this dream. Cause I'm dreaming, my nigga, I'm dreaming. Yeah, cause I'm dreaming about a time when a nigga riding high, ain't nobody do it quite like me. Cause I'm dreaming, my nigga, I'm dreaming. Yeah, cause I'm dreaming about a time when a nigga riding high, ain't nobody do it quite like me. Cause I'm dreaming, don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. So don't wake me up, cause I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. So don't wake me up. Hey, I ain't got a care in the world. Not my chair, not my problem, that's what I say. Man, I don't have anywhere to go, but I still do a $1.45 on the interstate highway. Living a life that'll make a hater irate. I paid the price for an elevated mind state, and getting high without elevating the crime rate got me feeling right as if every day was a Friday. I'm making money and I'm making it my way, crushing on the honey who can make a hip gyrate. And no jiving or shucking around, but when she threw it back at me, put a smile on my face. I'm on my high horse riding through the sky, something like Icarus, I'm way too fly, man. But when the sun shines and I open my eyes, I realize I'm living out my dream even when I wait. I'm dreaming, my nigga, I'm dreaming. Yeah, cause I'm dreaming about a time when a nigga riding high, ain't nobody do it quite like me. Cause I'm dreaming, my nigga, I'm dreaming. Yeah, cause I'm dreaming about a time when a nigga riding high, ain't nobody do it quite like me. Cause I'm dreaming, don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. So don't wake me up, cause I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. Don't wake me, I'm dreaming. So don't wake me up. Then I'ma let her whip the Tesla. See how we riding, bass hitting, got that girl wetter than Poseidon. Now we getting high in the mud, looking fly in the club, throwing dubs in the air, homie, what's up? And everybody showing love. Money ain't a thing, so we in here getting bucked. Hanging with a fly team, doing fly things, living my dream, high beam, future, that's us. Cause I'm a young nigga, living the dream, man. Like I took a hit of DMT. Every time I hit the scene, I hear them felines scream. Man, because I'm genuine, they let me in them jeans. And they don't never leave, like it's pimping in my jeans. And I keep my eyes peeled for the men that scheming. Is this real or am I sleeping? Like Freddy Krueger, I stay in my dreams. I'm dreaming, my
My nigga, I'm dreaming. Yeah, cause I'm dreaming about a time when a nigga riding high. Ain't nobody do it quite like me. Cause I'm dreaming. My nigga, I'm dreaming. Yeah, cause I'm dreaming about a time when a nigga riding high. Ain't nobody do it quite like me. Cause I'm dreaming. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. So don't wake me up. Cause I'm dreaming. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. So don't wake me up.
Yeah, man, we need a nice gangster beat for me rapping.
Alright, let's see what we got for you, bro.
Let's see what we got, so I can lay down the track. I need to lay down the track with my beats. We need fatter beats.
So many beats.
I don't know how many bars I have, but maybe 2?
2 bars.
How many of your beats are 2 bars?
2 bars.
Do you have any beats about owls?
Owls.
Do you have any owl beats?
So many owls.
So
many owls.
a nice saucy one.
Do you want a slow one or a fast one?
Slow.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Quam, you killed on this one. Coming in hot. If I knew the beat, I'd know when it drops. I don't know when to start. I don't know how this works. Now, let's begin. I live to drink tea. No one smashes more than me, except Quam, and maybe Bill Murray, but the legendary. Nothing rhymes with Quam. Hello, Quam. You stoked for Chile? Fuck these words that don't rhyme. He should go to country that rhymes. Yeah. That's all I got. That's shout out to Manager for the lyrics. I don't write my own shit.
Yeah, man.
He is sick. Tales of a Cock podcast. We out. We did this shit. We run this shit. Why do rappers always run shit? Is that true? Do they really?
I prefer to walk things.
Tales of a Cock podcast. We out here walking.
Walking all this shit.
That doesn't sound that good.
Walking these dogs.
Out here fucking walking these dogs, fucking these bitches. I'm getting all saucy. We're getting all sorts of saucy.
So much
We're
sense.
getting saucy with Flint Flousy. We're getting the sauce with the owls. Owls and the bitches. If these words rhymed, I would have the riches. I like this beat though.
Thanks, Dad.
If anyone wants to steal this beat and rap over it, I'll play it on my podcast. Claw beat. A claw beat so hard. I don't believe in God. Yo, Quam, that yo bitch? Nah. She just a girl from an entirely different world. She don't even know me. She coming over here acting like we homies.
Dude. Bro. That shit was hot, son.
I didn't know my true calling in life.
Yeah.
This is a freestyle rapper.
Marshall Stanford LP coming soon.
No, you got me. Oh, now the pressure's on. I can't top it.
I don't know, man.
That's all I got.
You gotta try it.
Yo, shout out to the young homie, Kasim.
That's my dog.
Kasim, you my dog. Anyone else listening, appreciate you so much. You listening to this podcast. It was a long one. Told a good story about a hooker. I don't know if it was good. I can never tell. It's about recording a podcast. It's like rapping, where you just do it and then you hear about it, but you don't like listen to it. Cause you know, like no one listens to rap. They just kind of feel it.
Yeah.
Cause rap, it's not something you listen to your ears. It's more about the heart. I don't listen to rap with my ears so much as my balls. Alright, I think we're done. Good night.